Have you ever said yes when you really want to say no? Have you ever been tricked into buying something and you really didn't want to buy it? Have you ever gone somewhere you really didn't want to go and you thought, why did I do that? I really didn't want to do it. Today we're talking about the science of persuasion. What are the tips and tricks that get people to say yes who really want to say no? That's what today's video is about. We're going to be going over some of the principles of Cialdini's principles of persuasion. And so if you want to see the first one, we're going to be talking about reciprocity. Then just keep watching. Some common ways that people offer this theory of reciprocity are a lot of times items you don't even want. For example, they pass out a free gym membership, like 3 days or 2 weeks at a gym, and so you just kind of take it, but you really don't want to go work out. And after you've actually went ahead and gone to the gym a few times, you almost feel obligated that you have to go ahead and sign up for the gym membership, because when you go there, they make you fill out all the forms and meet with the counselor and give you the tour. And then next thing you know, you're kind of feeling guilty for using all their services. And so you go ahead and purchase the gym membership because you've gotten the free few days of working out. And so basically you're kind of suckered into it because you feel guilty. Another way, they did a study on, have you ever received those labels, mailing labels in the mail from, disabled veterans or some kind of charitable organization? They did a study and it had a very low return of anyone donating to their charity when they just sent out an envelope with just asking for a donation, basically. And the return was about 18%. And so they did a study where they actually send free mailing labels pre-printed with the person's address, basically, and it doubled. The people felt so guilty for getting these free unsolicited labels that they just went ahead and donated money. So it's very, very effective. You've probably been to stores like Costco, or you go to the mall and they're handing out free samples. That's another form of it, where you get the free sample and you go ahead and eat it and you think, well, I got the sample, maybe I should go ahead and eat there, because you kind of feel bad because you received something for free. It could even be a ballpoint pen. They give you the pen and then you go ahead and you purchase something because they give you a free pen. And they did another study with doctors, actually physicians, and the drug companies were giving the doctors out all kinds of, freebies, basically either free samples of drugs, free trips to Hawaii, or little free, all kinds of freebies, like free lunches where they come in and do a whole lunch, all kinds of things like that. And they found that that totally boosted the sales of the doctors prescribing that medicine, because they received a freebie. It went ahead and boosted, them prescribing that medicine. Reciprocity includes more than just accepting a little gift or a favor or a little free service, such as a free home inspection. It also includes the principle of offering a much higher expensive product and then downsizing it to the smaller one that you really want them to buy. So for example, this is like such a famous case I always talk about, Girl Scout cookies. There was the top Girl Scout who sold like the most cookies and the highest number of cookies that anyone had ever seen. I can't remember the exact statistic, but it was like huge compared to the other girls. And they asked her, well, how did you do it? And so what she did is this theory, which is you ask for something really, really expensive that makes people feel very uncomfortable and awkward. And then when you offer something more affordable, they'll be like, okay, I'll take it. So you start with something really high. So what she did was she offered, I think it was 2 tickets to some kind of charity event for like $100 or something like that. And they're like, no, I'm sorry, that's a little expensive. So she's like, okay, how about buying, 10 boxes of Girl Scout cookies? And they're like, okay. And they went ahead and sold them. She wasn't just trying to sell like 1 box of Girl Scout cookies. She would just package them together and just like, try to get them to sell something really more expensive. They call that upselling. Like you try to sell something really, really expensive, and so like let's say you really just need to sell this level or this level, and so you try to sell something this high and this expensive, and then when you come down maybe to medium, the people will just say okay, and they'll be more likely to buy it. But if you start really low and go, oh, well, we have this higher product or service available, they'll be like, oh, no, that's too expensive, and they kind of get mad. So you always start out really, really high and offer something, a more premium or expensive service, and people are more likely to take, you know, the middle range that you really want them to. So it's very, very helpful to always go up higher, basically, is what the studies have found in this article right here that I'm looking at regarding Cialdini. Another type of reciprocity is one that happens all the time. It's just simply the giving of a compliment. Oh, you look nice today. When you give a compliment, it creates the principle of liking, basically, where you like the person a little bit better, and then you want to return the favor in some form. It may not be exactly giving a compliment back, but it makes you feel a little bit more beholden to the person in a way, and it's actually a way of manipulating people. Sometimes you can go ahead and give a compliment to try to, you know, create that feeling of reciprocity from them. And I know that sounds a little bit sketchy, but it's actually a scientifically proven fact per this article right here. On the next one, I'm actually going to go ahead and read the quote. This is straight from Cialdini himself, actually, and this has to do with reciprocity at work. So he wrote, reciprocation, whatever. In the context of obligation, people say yes to those they owe, Cialdini said. In order to develop that reciprocal relationship, Cialdini told Safety 2012 attendees that they first had to provide the resources, benefits, and information that can help employees in their work. In return, those employees will want to give back and do those things that will help make your job easier. So that's from Cialdini himself. So he's written numerous articles and books on these theories. A lot of experts recommend the 20-to-1 rule, basically providing helpful tips, resources, and freebies on a 20-to-1 basis, basically, meaning like one request to buy your book or go to your event or sign up for your service, or, you know, a sales request, for example, you know, just to be sure that you give a lot of helpful resources. And it says other social media experts recommend a 12-to-1 rule. And that's Brogan, August 12, 2012. That is the ratio of providing helpful resources that are not your own compared to the number of requests to buy your book, come to a conference, or sign up for a cause. So, you know, that sounds about right. You know, provide value, provide freebies, provide service, information, things that people find of value on a ratio of, you know, 12 helps to 1 sales request, basically. There was a study done that proved, you know, the mint that they give you at the end, and they put that on your check, basically, the waiter does at the end of your meal. They did a study based on how many mints they gave, how big the tip would be. And they found, basically, in the study that, you know, normally if they just give like 1 mint per person, you know, it's just the normal regular tip. But they found that the tips significantly went up when the waiter said, oh, well, I'm not really supposed to do this, but you guys are really good, you know, you guys were really good clients or whatever, so I'm going to give you guys a couple extra mints. You know, giving them an extra like 2 mints or 3 mints each, the tip actually went way up, you know, almost double or 20% higher. So just from giving it like the extra mint. So just these small little gestures really, really make a difference when you're trying to, you know, maybe market to people, or you're in sales, or maybe you're in business. You know, some people bring coffee in, some people bring donuts in. You know, little gestures like that really go a long way just to create that feeling of reciprocity. So anyway, there's a lot more examples than that, but I'm going to keep this video short, and I'm going to do a separate video on each principle basically. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, just please like it. And if you want more videos, just subscribe, and I have a lot more to come. Okay, thanks for watching.